Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give y'all a quick little viewer discretion because when I tell y'all this room is horrendous, like it looks like a hoarder's room. This is not how my entire house looks. Emery's room got really bad while I was on maternity leave and recovering from a C-section, and so in this video I go through and really get into this room. Now keep in mind I was probably 6 weeks postpartum. So this is not a recent thing. Her room has been fixed up for at least 2 months now. Still, it's a hot mess and it did not get all done in one day. I am embarrassed to show you guys just how bad it was. Let's get to it. Thank God it's not like this anymore. So as stated in the intro, this room is absolutely horrendous. I will say we have gotten rid of a lot of things and donated them and thrown away a lot of trash and packed away, some old clothes that the girls don't fit anymore. I still need to get back into the closet and really get in there and just clean it up again. I've already done it once. However, it feels like it's right back to where it was, so that's fun. But we are just really decluttering, and I always have to do this when Emery's not home, because she will try to pull everything back out or tell me I don't need to throw away something. Even if it's just a torn up piece of paper, she still wants it. So it is definitely hard to get in her room whenever she's here to get rid of things. Now, I will say I did end up pulling out 2 different toys from her that I was going to donate because she noticed them in the bag because I forgot to go and put it away, and she was a little upset about one of them. So I went ahead and pulled it out and let her keep it, but the rest still went away. So I did feel better about that. Now, I will say I am not quite thrilled with how the room turns out. There's still so much more different I want to do. I still want to get rid of some more things. It's just hard because I don't know what to get rid of. She is a little difficult when it comes to telling me what she wants to keep or get rid of because she just wants to keep everything. So that's always fun. I will say that the little bassinet you see there in the corner with the 2 baby toys on top, Willow is using this again. We have made it out of the living room, which I know y'all know it thrills me that we are no longer sleeping on the couch. She is doing great in the bassinet now. It really helped that we got one of those incline pillows for her. It has helped a lot with her sitting up at night and with her just laying down. It's been the best purchase we've gotten so far, honestly. That and her little outlet monitor that we got, which we just bought a used one. We didn't buy new. Those 2 have been the best things. I sleep so much better at night now, and so does she. Now, I will say we are still up quite a bit, just because of sleep regressions, and then she still nurses at night. Emery did not sleep through the night until she was after 3 years old. And of course, I had to turn around and go get pregnant right after she starts sleeping through the night. So, it's fine. We're just surviving over here. But I want to be optimistic that Willow will sleep through the night before she's 3, but you will see. I'm sure y'all are watching this kind of wondering what in the world I'm doing because it doesn't look like I'm doing much cleaning. So the way I clean, I have to kind of create piles, and it's an organized mess. So what I'm doing is I'm going through, I'm throwing away the trash, I'm donating certain toys, and the rest I am putting in piles. So all of her dress up is in one pile, all of her play cooking stuff is in one pile, all of her Barbies are in a pile, just organized mess. That way, when it comes to actually putting them all away afterwards, I know what's what, and it just helps me put it away a little easier. This is just how I've always cleaned. I'm not really sure why. This is even still how I clean the rest of the house. So if I'm going through a room, I'm going to pick up all the trash first. Then I'm going to pick up any dishes behind. Then I'm going to get any toys, and so on and so forth. And so that's just basically what I was doing here. And I already knew the things that I was going to get rid of as far as the bigger items. So we did get rid of that dresser, and I think I talk a little bit more about it in another clip. But we did get rid of the dresser. We got rid of the bed frame. We got rid of the 2 little bookshelves. And then, of course, all the toys. Or not all the toys. But we got rid of some toys and some clothes and all that. I did pass this toy box along to my mother-in-law for her to use in Emery's room that she has at her house. Yes, my child is spoiled and has her own little room at her Lolly's house, which I'm sure it'll become her and Willow's room once Willow's a little bit bigger and starts going over there more often. So that is a little bit helpful because Emery did not want me to get rid of it, and so that was the next best case. And I will say my mother-in-law actually did take the bed frame and the bookshelves as well. So I ended up not selling those, but I did sell the dresser. And I know y'all are probably like, well, why aren't you keeping a bed frame for your kid? Why are you going to make your kid sleep on the floor? Well, let's cover this. Emery already sleeps on the floor in my room. She has an old crib mattress that is on the floor in my room that she sleeps on because that was the only way we could get her out of our bed. Yes, I accidentally co-slept after she turned 1. I hated it. Like, I loved it, but I hated it. I definitely like my own space in bed. But we have tried and tried and tried to get her to sleep in this room. We have tried, using the crib when she was a little bit smaller, where it was turned into a toddler bed. We have tried, sleeping on the floor. We have tried using this bed frame because it was a big girl's room, and nothing, absolutely nothing has worked. So with this bed frame, really, she hates sleeping on it anyway. Whenever we have tried to get her to move in here, it's hard on her whenever she gets up to go to the bathroom at night. She has fallen off of it when trying to get up to go to the bathroom. So we just went ahead and said, you know what? She's not using it anyway. It's just a pain in the butt, honestly, to change out the sheets and everything. So we just wanted to go ahead and get rid of it. It was a cute bed, though, I will say. So that is that. That's why she's sleeping on the floor. My room is not big enough for her to have a bed frame in there anyway. And if she's not going to sleep on the one in here, then that's the best thing we've been able to do so far. I will say that I am hopeful that once Willow starts, sleeping in a toddler bed or a crib outside of my room, that maybe that will help Emery sleep in her own room. But I will say that we did go ahead and try one night after the room was all cleaned up and put back together. We tried to kind of start Willow off in there so she would be more interested in sleeping in her room. It was her idea, and I said, you know what, sure. Well, it did not work. We had just gotten Willow down, said goodnight to Emery, gave her a hug and a kiss, did the whole good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I was probably out of her room for less than 5 minutes before a meltdown began, and we ended up moving her and Willow back into my bedroom. So needless to say, I was not thrilled at this because I woke the baby up in the process and had to start putting her back down all over again. But, we're trying, and that's all you can do. You can just try. But at the end of the day, we're prioritizing all of our sleep over her sleeping in her own room. I would much rather all of us get good sleep than fight with her at night. If you think that makes me a bad mom, then I'm sorry. Not really. Anyway, I am just going to put some music to the rest of this so you don't have to listen to me yap the entire 20-minute video. And I will see y'all later. I've been at this for over an hour. Why does it look like I've done absolutely nothing? So, this bag right here is trash. The bag behind it are donations. And I feel like I really need to go through that some more, but I feel like I already slimmed down all the stuffed animals I could. Her house is gone. She does know that that's happening. She gave me the okay. We said maybe she'd get another one for Christmas this year because she got that one for Christmas in 2023. The plan is that this bed frame, the 2 little bookshelves, those are going to be gone. I'm going to list them on Marketplace to sell them. Same thing with the dresser. I'm going to list that to be sold. I'd like to get the crib set up. We'll see if it actually happens. Let's not even talk about that closet. What's sad is I cleaned that out last week. Yeah. And I also cleaned this room last week. Sure can't tell. Why did she have a random water bottle in here? Thank goodness. It was just water in here. But there's the house. Alex lucked out because all of that plus, let me set this water bottle down. So all of this plus the 2 new bookshelves got delivered right after he left. He got called into work. Okay, I set stuff on top of the addresses. But where did the rest of my boxes go? Like, there's a shipping label and part of a box. And it was literally just setting on top of that when I walked outside. And then this one is taped to that. Where's the rest of the box? Like, what? And then somebody's shoes got delivered here. I need to figure out where they live so they can get their shoes. They're like these really velvety green heels. I accidentally opened the box trying to lift it. It just opened up, so whoops. But I'm sure they really want their shoes. So, but I got a cat tree and a bunch of other goodies. There's some dog toys over there. Let me figure some of this out because there are like storage bins in here somewhere. That might be what that is. To start off with her room. So let's get to it. So I realized I hadn't been filming as I did any work in here, and I've gotten a little bit more done, not a ton. So we have the shelf with her toys put together. There are a ton of toys in those, and her books are now on the shelf. The majority of her stuffed animals are up there, and I have gone through and actually purged so many stuffed animals, and she still has all of those, plus there's a pile right there. So it's a little insane. She has some larger toys down here, like Play-Doh toys, cooking toys, and then those are like outside toys that I have to figure out what to do with. I need to come over here. Oh, I'm stepping on things still. She's got some bags down there that I need to figure out what to do with. I need to figure out what to do with these stuffed animals. I need to clean the floor in here, but it's kind of hard when there's still so much stuff. This is a basket full of clothes that are too small for Emery, but I don't want to donate or give away because in a couple of years Willow will fit them. This bag is donations. She's got some new pillows for her bed. Her bed was partially made up, but then she had an accident during her nap time. I need to empty out the bassinet. Willow obviously isn't using it, but I need to empty that out. The crib mattress, I think I'm going to have Alex put the crib back up in the attic, at least until we can figure something out for Willow's sleeping.
And then there's like some chairs and stuff back there. And then I need to go through the closet again. I did actually clean this recently. Can't really tell because Emery did get into this box of clothes, and I need to pack away some of the things that are too small for Willow, like these. But these are things that I'm not going to give away because these were Emery's old onesies that Willow wore, and I refuse to get rid of. There's a couple of them there. But I just need to figure out something else for this because I have another one of those shelves. Emery's yelling for me. I have another one of those shelves that's going to go in the closet for their clothes. So I'm just going to have it probably standing upright in here for clothes, blankets, sheets, that kind of thing. And I need to go through everything that's up here. Get rid of some things and just use it for better storage. And then I need to figure out something for the shelf. And just clean in here some more because there are some new items in here that I did not leave in there. So, you would think that child is helpless. Still some cleaning left to do in here and some organizing. It's definitely looking better. You can walk in here now somewhat. I need to figure out what to do with this. We got a different car seat for right now. But yeah, so progress has been made, but we have some more to do. It is many, many days later. Here's where we're at with the room so far. So first, I put these up on her door. I thought about hanging more, but I was afraid she's going to rip them down, so I started hanging them on the wall, but they have since fallen off. But we've got a little chair right here. Now that I'm looking at it, it needs to be washed. We've got her Alexa, which I need to finish plugging in and setting up in here, along with her little jellyfish. She's got a balloon she's hanging on to from Valentine's Day. Oh, excuse you. I've got the baby with me. If you hear any little grunts or noises, we got Emery's name. I need to get one for Willow too, and then find another spot for Faith because it looks like it's Emery Faith. That's not right. I've got to finish getting the other cubes in here for their dresser. I've got some, so I don't know what to do with all their stuff yet. So we've got some stuff sitting on this little table she never uses, but it would be the end of the world if I got rid of. I need to make her bed, and I need to clean her sheet. I don't know what she got on it. She's still not really sleeping in here. But I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know what that is. So I need to get her sheet washed. And I've got a chair over there. We've got all of her stuffies hanging up. That poor thing, I don't know how it's still hanging. Her books, those are her toys. The other cube is in the living room with all her Barbies. We've got some random stuff over here. Again, I don't know what to do with all of this. She is in love with that dinosaur balloon from my nephew's birthday party at the beginning of February. Also don't know how it's still alive. And then we've got the pack and play set up for Willow just in case, since I haven't gotten the parts, like the screws and stuff for the crib. So I figured that'll be a good placeholder for now. And then I'm also kind of using it as storage for some extra blankets that I've run out of room for. I need to go through and purge blankets. We're not going to discuss the hot mess that is the closet right now. And then we've got some stuff sitting on this kitchen. I need to find a new home for these art pieces because honestly they freak her out. I don't even know where the monkey one is at the moment. There used to be a monkey one and it really scared her. And then I need to get a new rug in here, honestly, but I really need to get the vacuum in here. Maybe see if I can shampoo some of these yucky spots. We'll get a dog in here who has helped create some of these yucky spots, who is not supposed to be in here, but he is pretending he doesn't know I'm here at the moment. I don't know. But I need to get a new thing hung up for the bows and then figure out something for this wall. I mean, it's a pretty wall by itself the way I painted it, but I still feel like it needs something hung up on it. I don't know. I want to hang up some, I have some sheer pink curtains that I want to get hung up and make this a cute little spot. So these lights are just kind of hung up for now. They were to make her happy one night to get her to sleep in here. I don't think she actually slept in here that night still. I think she did for like an hour or two and then woke up and came to my room. So what I really want to do is get something that has it come up off the wall and kind of like encloses her bed with the curtains and the lights. I think that would be super cute, but I don't know how to do that yet. So anyway, this is what we've ended up with this room so far. It's definitely improved. I definitely like this better than it was. I just think I need to purge some more stuff of hers, but I just don't know what to get rid of because she does like this little grill. I don't know that she really plays with this kitchen. I might get rid of it. She really was excited about it when we first got it, which was it was a hand-me-down from a family friend. But I don't think I don't know, maybe she's played with it. I'm not sure. She definitely doesn't use the vanity, so I might get rid of that. I was going to get rid of the little lion, but Willow will be big enough here in the next year to play with it. So I kind of want to hang on to it for her. But I think if I got rid of like 2 of the tables, that would help a lot. And then honestly, I need to get rid of one of these chairs. She doesn't really use any of them. She uses them occasionally, but she doesn't really use them. It just sucks because there's so many memories that are tied to them. And then I know like certain things. I know who got them for the girls or for Emery, because most of the stuff in here is Emery's, let's be honest. She's had 4 years on Willow. But I don't know. I feel bad getting rid of stuff that has been gifted or that she got like for Christmas or a birthday. And I know it's, oh goodness, bless you. I know like it's going to have to happen at some point because we can't keep everything. But yeah, that's where we're at now with the dog. I'm going to get the vacuum in here soon, but I've got to go get her from daycare. So I think she'll be happy I cleaned her room though.
Thank you all so much for watching this hot mess transformation. It's still not where I want it to be, and honestly, I may change it up again. I've been thinking about turning like our dining room area where my work desk and the kitchen table are into more like a playroom. So let me know your thoughts on that, because honestly, we don't eat at the kitchen table. It just becomes a catch-all for our laundry at this point. And the only thing that I don't like about this idea is the litter box is on the other side of the deep freezer next to the back door. Now, we have a child lock on the back door, so I'm not worried about that. But the cat box is what I'm worried about. However, I can put a baby gate around it. I'd probably put one around it and the deep freezer. That way, once Willow becomes mobile, she won't get into it. The cat can jump over the baby gate. I've seen her do it multiple times. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. And then move my work table, my work desk into the girls' room and kind of turn the girls' room into like a mixture of their room / my work area. It would be great for when the kids are home, like on Saturdays when I'm working and Alex is here, because then I can just shut the door and I don't have to worry about any of my callers or supervisors hearing the kids in the background. Thankfully, my microphone does mute out some of it, but not all of it. So I don't know. Let me know what your thought is on that. I feel like that's a better idea also because Emery doesn't play in there anyway. And so then it would be a little bit easier to keep up with her toys and make sure that they're actually getting put away and not just thrown on the floor again to where it creates that big mess. Because what happens is I start seeing it and I start getting overwhelmed, and then I don't want to touch it, and then it just piles up and piles up. And thankfully that is the only time it has ever gotten that bad, but still. So let me know your thoughts on that. Should I turn the dining room area more into a playroom for the girls and move my work things into their room, or should I just leave it as is? Let me know your thoughts on that. Alex is against it. He says it's a bad idea, but yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe we can outrule him. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. I think I talk about it in a future video, but I may start doing 2 uploads a week if I can keep up with the editing. Do one like normal video every week and then one weight loss update every week. So also let me know your thoughts on that if you would like to see that. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.